Welcome, welcome. We are getting off to our first map here on Control. We're going to be playing the classic Lijiang Tower. And Uwrf opting for a brawl strategy with Symmetra to TP on a point, whereas it seems that the other team has opted for a similar strat, just with a Mei Reinhardt.
H&I running Ramatra.
Now, a lot of this is going to revolve around how much Symmetra can get charged up here. But it looks like Mio is going to go falling to a Mei Icicle, and Uwrf going to be forced to back off for the first point here, conceding it.
What do you think about Ramatra's nerf mini?
The change?
Yeah. How he can't
So I'm not sure how to feel about it. I feel like it kind of made Ramatra a lot worse. I mean, yeah, you can break shield faster, but a lot of the power of Ramatra was seeing a low health target and them not really being able to stop you from pummeling them through a shield. So like right here, Ramatra's not building any ult charge when he's punching that shield, right?
Yeah.
Which in the old Ramatra was able to get that. And now Ramatra likely to just fall here to the Reinhardt. Again, this is a bit hard for Uwrf to make these adjustments because, again, the patch just went live today. They're doing their best, but it's not the easiest thing. Mio walking onto point there, just getting Uwrf actually just getting absolutely fried by the Symmetra turrets there, almost dropping 2 to them. They're not quite finishing capping the point, but they do successfully get it over at 45%. However, the ult advantage is going to be quite heavily on the side of blue team here. I'm not sure. MU University. They're going to be a lot better. TPing just directly on a point. Again, they have the shatter. Reinhardt seeming to be a much just stronger brawl in close quarters and just kind of putting in work. But Uwrf trading back some kills. Symmetra going low here could possibly fall to Leo. Does go ahead, and only Reinhardt left remaining standing here against the Cassidy and Ramatra. Just going to opt to reset, not throw over that ult charge. But yeah, Uwrf watches in, just wins the fight with, ults against the Rein Shatter. Rein Shatter didn't actually catch as many people as they needed it to. They're going to go ahead and swap the Symmetra over to the Reaper, just opting for more power and more survivability. But we have ults on both sides of the field here. Mei ult going to be very difficult to deal with. Beat coming out. Ramatra almost going off the map here. Has ult available. Sitting in the thing, going to pop it. It's going to be close here, but Uwrf coming up huge. However, the ult economy invested from both teams here was pretty equal. 3 ults coming out from the side of both teams here. Actually, 4 coming from Uwrf, 3 coming from but Uwrf going to remain victorious, and I'd say that's all well spent. They still have the high noon available for this last fight here, but MU is going to need to make something happen. They're not quite to the shatter, but they could definitely build it. Making their way up here. Reaper teleporting in. Junkrat pops the thing, gets Leo. They no longer have the high noon available, and are trying to keep them up. Zuni going to trade out the Reinhardt. No tank on the side of MU here. Can 9 make a difference? Lucio going low, but he doesn't have his Nemesis form. Going to drop, was 1 second off, but Uwrf does get it to 99. Shatter now available for the side of MU. Brody, what do you think Uwrf should do on their approach here? Just take a fight, lose it to the Shatter, and then regroup with a significantly improved ult economy?
Yeah, I don't think they should use Cass here. I feel like they should go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if they get the pick, I can see it coming out. But yeah, Uwrf just going to opt to TP right on a point. They catch MU sitting out kind of late, but Kiri going to catch Cassidy Shatter in. Cassidy going to get caught by the Shatter and die. 9 opting to resettle, but they get the junk ult out of it. One more fight here from both teams before this ends. Uncg, no ults available. They can definitely build the Kitsune Rush here, but they're going to have to go into the fight against 9's Devastation. But Cassidy just instantly falls. Junkrat was expecting it. Are they going to be able to trade it into this? Ramatra ult going wide. Briggs staying alive in the corner here. Reinhardt going low. Reinhardt going to fall. And Orbital Laser coming out, clutching out the fight. Uwrf is going to take this first point in a nail-biting measure here. Reaper fell before he could build his ult, fortunately for Uwrf. And Deadeye not used at all that entire game.
I don't think he felt like he had a good opportunity to use it.
No, I mean, the last 2 fights that he was probably looking to use it, he died instantly coming through the teleporter. Curious to see if there's going to be any adaptations made.
Switching to
Yeah, swapping the Reaper for a Sojourn, probably looking to maybe play around that left side high ground with the Mega.
also a Junkrat on both sides to take over White
Yeah,
Room.
Junkrat on both sides. Actually,
TP.
Junkrat swapped over to the Sim. This could just be for a TP out. She might be swapping back here. No, and actually opting to stay on the Symmetra. It looks like Uwrf is just going to opt to TP on the point here. Didn't quite TP to high ground, which is curious. But Uwrf opting to just not go into White Room at all.
They do have her Junkrat pretty separate.
Junkrat spamming out. 9 poking up a little bit around there. Brig going low. Suzu used. This is kind of 9's go button here. Going in. Junkrat falling low. Mio picking up 2 from the height. Just completely uncontested here. Mio for 3. Hits the headshot on the Brig, and Ryan follows short after. Just absolute excellence from Mio there on that high ground. No one can be able to contest him there. And after Cleanse was burned, 9 went in with the punches, and that was all she wrote.
Seems like we're going to be pushing outside.
Looks like, yeah, Uncg looking to contest Mio here on this high ground. Lands a headshot, but is going to back off here. They're going to be forced to rotate.
See if you can get a boop with his
He might be looking for a shotgun blast here, but they don't drop the shield. No shot for him. He's just going to rotate over. Uncg taking quite a lot of time with this rotation here. They're gonna have to make sure it's worth it for them. Junkrat spamming in, Reinhardt running in, but Junkrat going to fall. But 9 going extremely low here. The healing coming through, saving his life. And Uncg though flipping the point. Uwrf up 2 now though, and without their main tank, this is gonna be a quick fight here. Uwrf going to be only losing down about 12% here before they're gonna return the point. Uncg did manage to push Leo off the high ground, but in crossing the open space to come after them in White Room, they were unable to keep all of their members alive. Uncg looking like they might be opting again to walk outside here.
Looks like if UNCG
push Mio off this high ground. Uwrf has the teleporter set up here. They can just do a quick relocation here if they want to. Junkrat tire coming in. Not sure where it is. It's going to trade out 9. Uwrf going to probably just opt to die here on point. Brig staying alive. The rest of Uwrf just opting to back off here.
Sadly, offering dying right there
Yeah.
Is allowing the Uncg to build
Uwrf
ults.
coming up on 5 ults here. They're going to be looking to trade them out here and just win this next fight. Again, they probably only need one more fight here to actually take this map and the game.
If I could get to
Uwrf rotating over into White Room. Junkrat putting out damage. Reinhardt still having the thing. Orbital laser coming through. 9 coming on the flank. Has the Annihilation ready here if he needs it. Sojourn falling low. Junkrat trying to kill him. Again, 9 has the Annihilation. Not using it yet. Just trading him out with the pummel form. Reinhardt going low. Brig absolutely one-shot. Falls to Ender Fire on the Juno. And now the Reinhardt doesn't even elect to try and stall out more than that. Uwrf takes it with just the both support ults here. They still have access to Bob and Annihilation as well as Simwall here. This is going to be a very hard fight for UMCG. They're going to get one more shot at it here, but it's going to be a lot harder to push Mio off this height when he's got Bob available to bail him out. But he gets picked out. 2 Junk Knives and Junk ult coming through here. Uwrf opting to invest the Sim ult, but I don't know if that's correct. However, Uwrf still looks like they're up in this fight. Annihilation coming through, picking up the Kiriko. Junkrat falling to the Brig. And 9 just going to absolutely pummel the Reinhardt. Uwrf comes through and picks up game number 1.
Did he even need Bob?
Yeah, the new Ramatra changes not really slowing 9 down at all. Just able to just find a lot of picks here. you kind of noticed Nine wasn't just like brawling in the front of his team the entire game. He kind of would just run into the back line or even like flank around a little bit, try to ignore the Reinhardt and go and finish off some people in the back line of UMCG.
Yeah, playing around the shield rather than just going right
Yeah,
into it.
even with the extra damage to the barrier, just kind of opting to ignore it for the most part, and just go for picks on the back line. And again, like Reinhardt does more damage and can pierce through shields, but Ram has the extra speed and range that allows him to get onto squishies a lot easier than Reinhardt.
Mm-hmm.
So again, really nice adaptation from Nine, being able to kind of adopt almost like a new playstyle.
Rather than just playing a big brawl with
Yeah,
him.
rather than doing what a lot of Ramatras were doing prior to the patch, which was just punching
Then
through the
block.
shield, doing a bunch of damage, building ults, and then just making sure that they could follow up the next, basically like follow up on any damage that your core was able to do on the squishy targets. Quick DC here, so we'll take a break, and we'll join you back with Hybrid next, I believe. Welcome back. We are going to get ahead into our second map here shortly. It's going to be Kings Row. UMGC has solved their disconnection issue here. And so Kings Row, obviously one of the most popular maps. What is this for?
That's Winton. That's for you.
Oh, thank you. So basically Kings Row, probably one of the most popular maps in the game, if not the most popular map in the game. A very brawl-centric and brawl-heavy map.
Bunch of short corners.
There's not a lot of super oppressive high grounds on this map, and so you end up seeing a lot more of the Reinhardts, the Rams, the Oristas, the Ramatras, those sorts of characters, even Zarya. Just solely due to the fact that you don't need to control high ground too much. And so, in the fact that we don't need to control high ground super duper hard, there's not a whole lot of need for those characters like Winston, your divas, your balls, your doomfists to like go and take over and control that space. So, what we're seeing here is almost certainly going to be brawl for brawl on both sides. However, Widowmaker, a very popular character on first point. There's a lot of good angles and sight lines for Widowmaker to use.
Uncg running a Ramatra this time into our Reinhardt instead of the other way around.
Yeah, they favored the Reinhardt actually on the whole map on first here, but now they're opting into the Ramatra, which is interesting.
It does seem like there's going to be a little bit of a Widow.
He's probably going to set up a shield here for the Widowmaker. Leo maybe going to peek height, but it looks like he's going to be a little bit patient.
Missing a headshot.
Both Widows missing the headshots here. However, Uwrf going to be opting in for the Reinhardt this time instead of the other way around. Leo just going to drop down, potentially just going to be moving up here to the theater here. Uwrf taking over the one side of the map. Ramatra trying to poke out the Widowmaker, but
seems like
gets completely blitzed by Uwrf here. Uwrf gets the Juno,
UNC's
dropping down on a point. Widowmaker on the low ground, hooks back up to height. Reinhardt shield going down a little bit faster than it used to thanks to the new Ramatra form as well as the 100 health nerf. Reinhardt going to take it still, but Tyler comes up big. No supports on the side of UMCG. Juno walking back in here. But, however, Uwrf falls here. The Ramatra just a little too strong with the Junkrat, and Mio not able to find the headshot he needed to actually secure a pick.
Mio's stuck inside the back line.
And he's going to get staggered out here. No more Widowmaker on the side of UMCG. They're actually going to opt in for a Sojourn. Again, I'd say Sojourn was kind of buffed on this patch. He gets more damage on her Disruptor shot as well as some Railgun energy. And instead of having her Railgun energy deplete at 7 seconds, it's now at 12. However, it does now deplete fully to 0. But there's very rare circumstances where you were holding your Railgun energy all the way to 25. Usually you were able to do some kind of damage in the fight. Reinhardt charging in, has Shatter available to him here, trying to pressure the shield out, but he's getting blown up. Gonna opt in for the Shatter here. Tire coming through, but UMCG loses everyone, and Ender's able to pick up the Tire. UMCG left with absolutely nothing here except a Junkrat and a Sojourn. Sojourn going to be able to pick up the Widowmaker, but now is stranded behind enemy lines. Probably able to get out potentially here just due to the fact that there's no one really who's able to get up to height, but Reinhardt kind of waiting here.
Reinhardt being able to
going to get this late pickup here on the kill. UMCG going to be probably forced to walk back and not fight Uwrf at this early choke here due to that pick here. So the Widow pick ends up not really being super worth it.
Seems like Nace's just gonna try to
Mio
hold this
opting over for the Cassidy instead of the Widowmaker now. Widowmaker still strong on the rest of this map, but not quite at her weakest. Definitely on second here. Mio just feeling probably that he wasn't hitting enough shots to actually make it work, so gonna opt over in for the Cass for just more close range brawl potential.
Seems like Nine's just going to go in.
Nine just absolutely pressuring out here. And Tyler
with a 4K.
Coming up with just an absolute massive ult here, getting a 5K. And folks, I can tell you, I can hear this yelling from the other room across the hall here. Tyler absolutely amped at that one. And I think that's the first 5K we've seen out this season in a competitive game here. So big ups to Tyler coming out big on this play. Yeah, UMCG doesn't really have any shields to speak of. Junkrat coming up here, though. Tyler going to barrow out here. Running for his life. Will he be able to make it out?
Not getting out.
9 coming up with a huge shatter. Hits 4. 2 automatically falling. Annihilation coming out here. Once again, Junkrat not coming up with a pick on his tire. He's super one here, and he's going to fall. Ramatra not able to keep his Annihilation up due to the Reinhardt shield, and he is going to fall shortly after. Uwrf just seemingly unstoppable after taking first point here. And with that huge, these last 2 fights, the ult economy is going to be just slightly in the favor of UMCG here, since they just not had the opportunity to pop this Nano or the Sojourn ult here.
But we got Tyler
going very low here, getting knocked off high ground, but not falling.
UNCG doesn't have any kind of high ground advantage here.
High Noon going to be available here. Mio going to take the high ground here. Going to have to watch a Junkrat coming up on his flank and one-shotting him, but seems like he's not looking for that.
Seems like
High Noon getting popped here.
Getting
3 coming out. Had the damage amp from the orbital laser there and just absolutely wipes it.
Looks like
Uwrf just snowballing with their ultimates here. Finishing the map with 3 minutes, 8 seconds, which is just absolutely crazy on third point.
Wonder what UNCG is going to do to try to make up the time.
UNCG is going to have to make some big adaptations here. They stuck it out with Reinhardt on the first map, and then Uwrf came in with the Reinhardt on the second map and absolutely made it look like it was a very difficult matchup for the Ram to play. Obviously, Reinhardt falling low a couple times on that first point, but after first, the shatters were just too big. Guaranteed just 2 fights on their own. Meanwhile, Ramatra not able to make very good use of his Annihilation.
He only got it once compared to Ryan's like 2 to 3 shatters.
But I mean, Shatter is a very fast charging ultimate if you're getting to Brawl. But then on top of it, the Ram Annihilation, if there's a barrier in between you and all your targets, your ult just ticks down really fast and all of a sudden it's gone. And Ryan is just kind of, I would say now, has a pretty good matchup overall into Ramatra.
Yeah, I felt like they were pretty balanced already before the patch because Ryan could output a decent amount of damage with his hammer, but considering it now, it's sort of just...
Yeah, I mean, the ult matchups were always in Ryan's favor. But at least one thing you could do while you were in ult was while Reinhardt was forced to hold shield, you could at least be punching him through his shield and damaging him.
Yeah.
Now if Reinhardt's doing a good job of managing his shield, which is a little bit harder now on this patch, obviously, Ram's ult just doesn't get a whole lot of value.
No, you have to figure out a way to get around the Ryan, and if you can't do that, then it's just sort of wasted.
They're opting for a sim here, probably to TP to high ground. Brig boops one off, but is going to have to run here. She's going falling low, but UNCG gets their Ramatra pinned up, and Ryan coming up with 2 snipe. Yeah, absolute snipe with the fire strike here.
9 coming behind to come pick it for us.
And now UNCG is stuck in a really hard position here.
If they don't give a
to get out, but it looks like they might be able to trade out. Tyler falling to the Symmetra, but going to be falling shortly after. Meanwhile, the rest of the backline falling here. They're going to have to wait and regroup here.
Ooh, Mio getting picked early.
Mio get picked by the Junkrat. It's going to be a weird fight coming up here. Reinhardt closing in on Shatter, though, could definitely build it here and turn this fight. He's probably going to opt to give up a tick here. Maybe 2 ticks here, waiting for Mio to get back, and then they'll look to take a last-ditch fight here. Junkrat closing in. Oh, huge fire strike there.
Away.
Coming in on his Shatter. They're absolutely one position. They can't afford to not touch point here. He has the Shatter. He's going to let it rip. Onto the Juno, picking her up.
Team picking off the Ramatra.
Yep, meanwhile, the rest of the team able to finish up Ramatra.
Junkrat being the last one.
Junkrat going really low, but Brig making that same mistake. They should have staggered that Junkrat out there if they could, but Uwrf going to win this thing. Juno heading back to spawn to speed boost their Brig out. Hopefully they'll be able to get in close.
Uwrf still having the ult advantage into the next fight, though.
Yeah. They did have to give 2 ticks, though, for that fight due to losing Mio so early. But they had the discipline there to wait him out. Junk Tire coming in. It's being seen.
Ooh.
Tyler going to fall.
Mio does have high ground, but he has a Reaper after him. We'll be able to see if he can win the 1v1 event.
Reaper running out here, going to be on point with nothing available to him.
Oh, there's a Junkrat
Mio
hiding
picking
in
up
the
the
corner.
Junkrat, but Nano Ramatra going to be a lot to deal with here. Running out of ult. Grig going in, not able to get the pick. However, they only have the Ana left available to him here. They're missing a lot of damage. Tyler going in really deep here, playing it really risky. Grig bailing him out, getting the Mega. Is he able to burrow? Nine back again, but Tyler going to fall here. Uwrf falling low here. The only ult they had available to them was the, I don't even know what it's called, but the Venture ult available. But Leo picking up the Reaper, making it an instant fight. However,
get picked.
Annihilation going to be picking up the rest of Uwrf here. Uwrf putting a good hold on, though.
Yeah, we're going to definitely have a time advantage considering the first objective, unless UNCG can get all the way through, maybe 3 in cart. I don't think they're going to be able to keep as much time as Uwrf.
Uwrf getting long spawned here due to the fact that they had given up 2 ticks earlier. UNCG able to cap the point faster than Uwrf able to respawn, so they're probably not going to be able to hold at that first choke. However, they are going to be able to hold at this first corner here. UNCG pushing up, taking some of that high ground control and corner control, but they're going to have to back off. Reaper getting forced out by Mio.
Tyler dropping the high ground.
They have the Venture ult available to them. They probably are going to look to use it here if they're able to. Juno ult coming out. Uwrf going to kite back. Down 1 already and an ult coming out. They have the Shatter available to turn this fight. Venture.
2 people on Venture from Outro.
Slam coming out. Excavation initiation put into play. 1 for 1 on both sides. Uwrf still down. 9 pins the tank in. Junkrat falling low here. Getting healed up by the Juno. He's going to be able to walk it out here, but Uwrf able to turn that fight despite being down a member and only investing the same amount of ults that UNCG did. What do you think UNCG needs to do to win this next fight?
I think either they can get like an early pick with the Junkrat mines, or they can go ahead and maybe Nano or Ramatra while the Reaper tries to go into the backline to try to get a pick on the 2 supports.
And
early
just
pick
like you
Junkrat.
said, the prophecy is fulfilled. Orbital Ray coming out. They still have the Brig ultimate available.
Orbital pushing up, getting their Juno
with the assistance of the Orbital Ray, they're able to pick up Juno, who's a lot more important than the Cassidy that fell down there. And are able to make that Orbital Ray worthwhile. Time ticking down here for the UNCG. Reaper coming out, picking up 1 and causing 2. Rally invested a bit late. Nano coming out from the side of
I don't think the Nano is needed.
UNCG. I would agree. I don't think the Nano is needed either.
The Reaper in the back line, able to pick off supports, just pumping out that much
Cassidy
damage.
trying to avoid getting just absolutely super late staggered here. Going to avoid it. UNCG getting on to second point here, but already less time than Uwrf finished the map with by a significant margin.
Plus, they have to push up past the major corner here. Always have issues with this.
And third point is where defender spawn starts to kick in. Shatter coming out. However, Nano Anti-Nate coming through. An absolute huge burst of damage. The first time that Shatter has not just resulted in a fight win for Uwrf. However, Uwrf up 1 after they trade the Ramatra out here.
Tyler here trying to get some damage off.
Reaper going low.
Reaper and pushing
onto the Junkrat. Tyler able to basically just pick up 2 there. Mio helping out with the Reaper, but Junkrat was all his own.
Mio taking a little nap.
Yeah, Mio going to be taking a little nap there, but with his Guardian Angel 9 there to protect him, make sure he can get some good rest there. Tyler probably looking to set up here with a flank ult. Gonna have to see how that works into the Orbital Ray. Again, Junkrat has just been the king of early picks in this series. Tyler not really respecting a lot. Orbital Ray coming out. Uwrf going to need a kite here to make sure that they don't get picked off.
They could try
They're
to
only
pick
going to
off.
get one more fight coming out here. They only have Venture ult available to them. Here it
They're almost
comes,
built up
but
to Junos.
shield available, pushing through. Junkrat
Getting one
falling
pick.
low. Anna dying here. And Uwrf, I'm
Seems
not
like
sure
Uwrf
that
is
the
gonna take
satellite
this.
vector needed to come in here. Orbital Ray seeming like a waste here. They're going to be hurting for that on this last fight here. Only 30 seconds left. I'm sure Ender is kicking himself for that.
Uwrf at least is closer to building 2 ults
Yeah.
than
Yeah,
anything on
Uwrf
UNCG's
here
side.
probably going to be able to get the high noon built along with the rally here. Rally probably going to be the easier of the two to build. And even, honestly, Rhine Shatter is not too out of reach here, but they're going to have to watch out for the tire. Leo going a bit low, but
Reaper going
builds
above,
his
getting
thing.
picked.
Reaper running in, getting picked early. Cassidy looking for the high noon,
All of them being low. Ryan getting
And-
2 with his charge.
and Reinhardt just able to finish off the low health targets off of that high noon. Rally for good measure. Uwrf takes game 2. Uwrf advancing a game point here, match point. Only needing to take one more map here to close the series out with a 3-0.
Tyler with a 4K.
It was actually a 5K.
Was it a 5K?
Yeah, he managed to pick up the last one here as well.
Oh,
Juno.
you're right.
Tyler definitely feeling himself with that
Line
one.
of the quest.
And the quest given from 9. All right. We will take a short break here while UNCG decides which of the two Flashpoint maps they want to go to.
Pretty sure it's going to be Survasa.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Saravasa as well, yes.
Who likes...
Who
Junker-
likes New Junk City,
Yeah.
am I right? Nobody. And
There we go.
Saravasa it is. Oh,
Seems like we're having another disconnect issue.
another disconnect issue potentially here.
No, they're switching in.
In fact, a different player coming in to take the place. See if that can make all the difference here. Welcome back, welcome back
Starting
to
game
our
3,
third map
Survasa.
here, Flashpoint. Brody, why don't you tell us what we can expect
We're gonna
coming out of a
expect
Flashpoint map here?
a rush brawl, probably a Junker Queen. Yep, Junker Queen, Reaper, Ryan instead of Junker Queen from 9. Of course, Juno.
I think
Lucio.
9 is just giving out a quest, not actually
Okay, makes sense.
intending to stay on the Reinhardt.
Seems like UNCG here is also going to be running a Junk Reaper, but along with a Sojourn instead of like a May, which is more traditional with Ryan comps. Switching to May instead of Reaper.
Yeah, speed a definite big factor on these sorts of maps. There's a lot of rotating between points, and just getting 2-point first is a big deal. So Uwrf opting for the Juicio combo, the Lucio Juno combo here, where you got both speed boosts as well as the Rein Mei to just absolutely brawl as hard as possible. Queen going low here. I don't believe she has Shout available. Ryan pinning in. Doesn't land anything, but the swings come in huge for 4. Reinhardt almost picking up a 5K of his own, already 76% to his ultimate. You can expect that one next fight, folks. As
they switch off of Junker Queen to Rein.
There is absolutely no barrier. And as I say that, they swap over to their Reinhardt themselves. Rein traditionally has a pretty decent matchup into Queen. Queen wanting to be play a little bit more at range and look for her knives, whereas Reinhardt, if you're getting right into his melee range, Rein is a happy boy.
Uncg here trying to push middle.
Shatter already built. We'll see if Uncg expects it or not. The Empower, the swap here for them. Leo going really low. Looking for a wall here. Shatter coming through.
Walled off.
Walled off. I don't know if he got anyone, but that Fire Strike certainly did. Uwrf looking to clean up this fight handily here.
I'm going to pick up for us without any picks to our team.
And 9 already back to 40% to his ult. Enderfire building the first support ult of the game here, much quicker than his counterpart.
Uwrf are going to be taking first point.
Uwrf probably going to be looking to capitalize in on that ultimate lead here and lead to another quick snowbally fight.
Seems like 9 is trying to take an early fight.
9 up here. Uncg able to rotate a little bit sooner. 9 going really low, gets walled here, but he is going to manage to stay alive. Welcome to Orbit. Orbital laser coming through. 9 already built back up to his Shatter once again, and this is just going to be a quick cleanup once more. 9 picking up 3.
That'll be it. But Uncg coming up on almost 5 ults, currently 4. They definitely have the ult advantage.
Just weirdly enough, you say that Uncg has the ult advantage.
They don't. No, you're right.
And they really don't. 9 already able to build a second Shatter up since the last 2 fights. That Juno ult coming out from Enderfire just absolutely massive, allowing him to charge up a second really quick here. However, blocking the thing.
Shatter.
Both blocked, but Mei ult coming through. Orbital Ray. Reinhardt put up on a pedestal there, not able to go. Sushi going low here. Has Death Blossom available, but it doesn't even look like he's going to need it. Mio coming up with 3.
There we go.
And make that another clean team kill.
Uncg using 2 ults instead of the last fight.
Yeah. Ryan Shatters came out of both squads. Orbital Ray for Mei ults, and Mei ult prevailed. Uwrf just absolutely out team fighting Uncg at every term, and the ult economy has just never been close.
Uncg is going to be trying to push middle here.
Reaper trying to get a pick onto the Mei, but
they might be trying to go for a
forced to wraith out. TPing in behind here. Mei ult and Sojourn ult popped, but Reaper ult available here. Going to pick up the Mei.
And no Lucio ult. Seems like that's got to be point 2.
And Lucio falls before he's able to land the beat, leading to another point. Uwrf just getting a lot more values out of their ults, along with building them faster.
Switching to a Junkrat from Uncg here.
Yeah, Uncg going back to that Junkrat that was treating them very well on King's Row.
Getting many early picks using those corners.
And they're going to see if they can make a miracle reverse 3-0 here come and happen, but Uwrf
they don't have any ults built.
Uwrf already in prime position with a Shatter. Wall going wide here, not quite getting what they wanted. However, they're going to have to watch their shield health here. Reinhardt does have Shatter available to him, and 9 has been finding a lot of Shatters this series.
Ooh.
Shatter coming through, picking up 1, and sped in. Falling though to the Sojourn, but she will fall shortly after.
Veron's got to be able to get back faster, considering we have a Juno and Lucio.
Yeah,
Lucio going to pick up the dead.
Uncg going to need to fully reset here. 9 getting sped. as long with the May back to point here to make sure that everyone is ready to take a fight here.
Both teams having Juno ready.
Brig going absolutely super low, eating 2 fire strikes there. Satellite Vector, Orbital Ray coming through from both teams.
May from Meow.
May ult coming through.
9 killing Empower with a charge off the map.
Yep, 9 going 1-for-1 there with his opposing Reinhardt, but Uwrf, I believe that is the last fight. The Uncg is probably not going to be able to touch.
No, I don't think so either. And
They
if they
do
do,
not
they're
have
going to
the
be staggered
Lucio.
down a couple people.
They don't have the Lucio, and maybe if they... Oh, I stand corrected. Empower going to be able to make a touch here, but he's going to have to be moving soon. Pinning in, Shatter
Game
blocked, falling low. 9 coming up on his own Shatter, Beat coming out.
Sushi, Reaper
Sushi
getting
coming
3.
up with 3. 9 having Shatter available to him, and just for good measure, puts down the Empower and gives the quest.
And that'll be
With
3-0.
a strong 3-0 performance. Uwrf taking map 3 in a just as dominant fashion as map 2.
Of course, 9 with the play of the game.
9 coming
Gonna
up
be the
with him.
swing, I bet.
It's going to be that early play that just netted him
Yeah.
almost all the way to his ultimate. Absolutely massive performance from 9 this series. As well as, I would say, a big performance from Enderfire.
I didn't see him get picked early once. Had good speeds in.
Enderfire,
Definitely enabled Ryan.
Enderfire was well ahead of in the ult battle most of the game there. So Uwrf just really played really well around their ult usage. Their early initiations, they were most of the time, even when they got picked first, they were able to disengage and kind of stall out long enough, maybe look for their own pick and equalize situations. They did just a really good job of neutralizing the enemy ults where they would disengage or even pick off the tires or whatnot. Comparatively to Uncg, where you were seeing them fall to getting triple killed by a Deadeye or shattered, like full shattered, or just quintuple killed by.
Seems like Uwrf just had a much better ult economy and
just found a lot more value with the I win button, and well, we see the results of that here in this series. So thanks for joining us tonight for this quick one, but we hope you had a good time.
Thank you.
Yep. Have a good night.